What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Lost Records Journal, Player One Vessel's Lost Records Focus podcast. This is side B of episode 31. I'm one of your co-hosts, Adnan. My co-host Adam is here. Adam, you here?
I am here. I'm figuring out what euros are. But we're here. We're figuring it out.
Why are you figuring out euros?
Well, I'm on the Katana sites, looking at all of their like vinyls here. Yeah, Jusant is still sold out, but they have the clear edition, the anniversary edition. Fun fact about me, I hate clear vinyls. I hate them. Like the transparent, just clear ones, like not like the Jusant ones where it's like clear colors, but like the transparent, like glass. Like I hate them. Hate them with a passion, dude. And I have some in my collection, and I hate it, dude. So, fun fact about me: hate them for no reasonable like anything. So, yeah, euros. There you go.
I can respect that. I've just dropped a bomb on the vinyl, 2 vinyls, which I showed you as well, which I'll be doing for Spread the Arts. I'll save that for StrangeCast when we do it because they look so cool. And I've dropped an absolute the postage and packaging was ridiculous. I was like, oh my god, but we'll come on to that at some point.
Like, as someone who does vinyls and rare vinyls on that, like how much did you like drop on that around?
So I think the main special edition one that I showed you was like $50, which is outrageous for like
that's a good price.
Yeah, so that's insane. And then the other vinyl was like $25 for the new album, which is pretty good.
You're gonna steal, dude.
And you get a free pin as well, which is $10 as well from the shop. But it's the postage and packaging which comes in. It's flying from America, and it got up to about $160.
What?
Yeah. The tax came when I was like, yeah. I think that maybe also included tax on the vinyl. So because you Americans do things differently, don't you? So
some might call it a tariff, but it is what it is.
And that. So yeah, I will reveal that on the StrangeCast. I'm looking forward to like sharing because it looks so cool, and I'm getting a vinyl player sort that because I've got daughter's album and stuff, and I need to do stuff like that. But anyway, we're back for the second part of the Lost Records Journal here as well. So before we start, if you are new here, the judge commands that you like the video, share with your friends, subscribe. If you do not subscribe, I don't have to tell you what's going to happen. No more podcasts after this. You're going to go in the hole. End of story.
Dang.
Game over. We're done. So yeah, please do like as well. It helps us boost our visibility. Also, please do subscribe because we're almost at 1,900 subscribers. And Lost Records Journal is available on all podcast services. So we're available on Spotify with the video version, Apple Podcasts. Please do rate us on Spotify as well. We got 138 followers. We got 32 5-star ratings, which is amazing. So please do rate us because you boost our visibility out to other Lost Records enthusiasts. So Adam, we're back for part 2. If you are new here as well, just a reminder, we are splitting podcasts now going forward. It's just more effective for time scheduling, purposing, and a lot of things. Like I have explained this in the first slide, but it's just, again, I'm going to make it as a disclaimer that for us, it's a lot more efficient. And we're going to do this in a way where we kind of like expand topics out and make them more, more meaty for you to talk about. Because I think this is one where we're going to bring up first as well, Adam. So should we kick things off? Because this is a little bit of a meaty topic.
As a vegetarian, I love meat.
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
Luke doesn't like you for that as well. I'm just going to put that out there.
Oh, man. Does that make me not a vegetarian? Is that what vegans are? Just vegans are just meat-eating vegetarians?
Yes.
Okay.
That is
good to know.
That is not true, but anyway, Adam, Michel Koch has been doing the rounds as well. I know he's doing another interview recently, which we'll try and cover at another point. But this is from Bonus Action. So this is on one of their pages. And interesting enough as well, this has been published on the May the 13th, and it's still not been edited because it's an interview with Michel Kolch, not Koch.
Oh my God, Kolch.
It's been there since the 13th of May. I'm like, this is 6 days later. Michel joked about it with me. He's like, I don't know who Michel Kolch is, and then I posted the image from him from episode 5, Polarized. And he's like,
I'm looking at my keyboard right now, and like how you type it in. Notice that the O is under the L. So it's like I can kind of see that, but like, geez, what the heck?
The freaking title, man. It's like crazy that. I swear they say his name right in here. They say it right there. Look.
Yeah, Michel Kolch.
I'm just saying. But
yeah,
there's a lot of stuff that's going on in this interview, and it is quite funny because he does reveal a lot of stuff in here, amid many other things. And I'm just going to... Oh, actually, Adam, here, do you know what? Let me just point this out to you. Speaking of obsessions,
Yeah.
Michel happens to be a big Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan.
Yeah, baby. Buffy. Have you
So
watched Buffy, yeah?
yes,
Okay,
of course, it's
good.
classic.
Buffy.
So no, it's not just you. The Buffy scene was referenced at the end of tape 2. Michel said, and I quote, "It was definitely one of the big inspirations, especially for the floating and the shot of the feet." End quote. You
Oh
remember this
god,
moment?
dude. Oh my god, I fucking missed that. I mean, sorry, I cursed. Oh no, I'm just like upset with myself. Like, oh duh, dude. See, I was so like focused on it, like, dude, this is such a Michel coded scene, but like little did I know it's a reference. Yeah. Oh
Exactly.
god.
Even Olivia Lepore needs to know this as well, Olivia. This is why you were floating around on your
Yeah.
tippy toes.
But again, like, I'm just watching this scene, I'm like, there's Michel doing Michel's thing, just letting things float around. There he goes.
There he goes.
Yeah.
Even I didn't know this. Even I didn't spot this like as it is, and it says that as well. If you saw the dance scene and immediately flash back to Willow and Tara levitating mid smooch, then congratulations, you're gay and correct.
Correct.
It's a very funny interview, and I would recommend going through it because we won't get through all of it. Actually, here's one, Adam, as well, which was interesting, and I didn't know this was going to come up. So obviously, you have
Mm,
BTS Chloe, which was from the Tempest as well, playing Ariel, and obviously a cat who has a raven mask. And they put here as well. I think I'm not alone in thinking that Kat's mask kind of looked like Chloe's mask from Before the Storm. Yeah, you're not wrong. Michelle told me that one. Fun story. Our art director, obviously Sam Bradley, didn't design it that way intentionally. But once we saw the resemblance, we loved it. It worked. Cat's spirit animal is the raven, so the mask made sense. Even if it resembles Chloe, we were like, that's cool. Let's go with it.
no, yeah, fair,
Which is
fair.
end quote, yeah, which I thought was very cool. That they're just like, yeah, actually, that is like, you can connect that. Adam, were you able to work this book, by the way, the illusion one?
Ah, dude, no, I get scared of this because again, I was scared of getting cross-eyed. So
Oh yeah, you remember you mentioned.
yeah. And so like illusion ones just like make me freak out. I'm like, no, I can't do it. Like you have to like look through it. You have to cross your eyes. Like, nope, can't. Nope, won't do it. It won't do it.
I couldn't do that. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, why am I staring at this? I was like,
I used to
what's
do
happening
them as
here?
kids, but again, when I saw that dude get cross-eyed in my late teens, I was like, nah, I'm good, dude.
Oh god. Well, Adam, there's a bit of interesting details. Says, and then why does every Don't Nod adjacent game have a deer? I asked Michelle about the illusion book and the deer thing. His response said, not always as a direct reference, but more as a reoccurring motif we're drawn to. We've reused moths, butterflies, and deers across games, which is
Yes.
pretty neat there.
Mm.
So you got quite a little couple of details. I'm going to take you down further, Adam, as well, because again, there's loads of stuff in here. I would 100% recommend it because it's very interesting. And we're going to go down to here. Adam, obviously, favorite tape free conversation here. A lot of details about the sequel, so I'm going to read from here. If you're
Mm.
stuck around for that post credit scene in Lost Records Bloom Rage, you're probably wondering, is this just the beginning? Well, according to Michel, the answer is a bit of a
Kolch,
mix.
according to
Colch.
Kolch.
Oh my god, it
What the
keeps
heck?
changing, doesn't it?
What
I
the heck?
think my
Yeah,
theory is Michel Kolch is from the Abyss, and Michel
sure.
Co is from the present timeline.
What is your theory as a journalist, as someone who
Awful.
has like how does that happen? Does that happen to you like to you or your coworkers often?
Not with keywords like that. I specifically look things up. I did it recently with my Twitter where I spelled Claudia Leonardi's name wrong, but that's my Twitter personal page. Like 9 times out of 10, there's very much unlikely ever going to mix anything like that up. Because so when I do it as well for my journalism thing, if you're ever wondering, I basically copy and paste the first time off of Google where I'm like, that's the official name. It's properly configured for SEO or whatever, and that's what we're going with. So like I
Yeah,
would never type out Adam Evalt. I'd be like Adam Evalt from Google where it pulls up and I'm like, that's the perfect spelling for it.
which I am
Um,
in Google, by the way. If you
there
Google
you
my
go.
name, I'm Googleable. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I do it from that. So it's like with that, I wouldn't do that because whoever's doing it is typing this because that's why it's inconsistent. So according to Kolch, not Michelle, Michelle said here, we always saw this story. Maybe some people will disagree, but we always saw it as a complete story. Even with the post-credits scene to me, the story of the
Mhm.
summer of 1995, what happens to them, to Kat, their promise, how they reconnect or don't in the present, this is a whole story. So
Sorry,
Adam, before we can...
I heard a
Oh, yes.
noise back there. I'm good. I'm good. I'm just like, what the heck was that? Yeah.
It's Kolch doing that.
That's Kolch coming through my door.
Going through your feet. Adam, I want to pull you up on that first quote, right?
Yeah,
Because some
read it to
people
me
have
again because I
been
got distracted by the
no
noise.
worries. I understand that Kolch came through, so I'm going to read it for you again.
Yeah.
He said here, and this is Michel says, we always saw this story. Maybe some people will disagree, but we always saw it as a complete story. Even with
Mm,
the post-credits scene, to me, the story of the summer of 1995, what happened to them, to Kat, their promise, how they reconnect or don't in the present. This is still a whole story. End quote.
mm.
And before we move on to like, the other part, I just want to ask you about that because I've seen some people very divided on that. I saw some people be like, "Nah, it's not a complete story." I want to know
Oh,
if you think it's a full story.
well, you see, so what you're gonna do is, you're gonna get a piece of paper, okay?
Yeah,
So when you rip out, so when you get this hair piece of paper, right?
let's start.
You're going to like shape it into a cone. The next thing you're gonna do is get a pen, and you're gonna just spell out the word dunce on it, okay? Now you're gonna like use tape, make this, and then you're just gonna wear it just like that. Just a little paper hat. It will say dunce on this, so just keep that in mind as you put it on your head. It will say dunce. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit in the corner and then shut your mouth. That's what I think about it. So
There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah. Michel Kolch has once said that this is a complete story. Relax, chill a little bit, just chill, and maybe just, just to understand that things can be finished the way that they're finished. And you don't have to make a big fuss about it. Like, I'm not satisfied with the ending. The artist has said this is the ending, okay? And then you had to like learn that this is the ending. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore about this, without
I
insulting
don't know.
people's dunsities.
See, for me, it's a complete story because it's a coming of age story.
Yeah.
No different from Max's, right? And also as well, let's apply this. Is Max's story really finished then at the end of the first game?
No,
If we're
it's
applying the
sequel
same
baiting.
critique,
It's
look,
sequel baiting. Like,
exactly.
especially that. I mean, what happens to Pompidou at the end of the funeral? Huh? Like, where's Pompidou's story? Where's Pompidou 3? I don't know. Exactly.
And and
Yeah.
And do you know what, Adam, as well? The first Life is Strange sequel baited so mmany people, right, in
Yeah.
2015, that they made a sequel called Double Exposure. And we all saw how that turned out, didn't we? Even if it is from a different developer. Because the
Yeah.
sequel baiting was there at the end of it, because Max and Chloe drove out of town. That was one of the options. And that was sequel baiting because the story continues. So, yes, I'm going to put a cut in here because Adam just got sequel baited out of the
Yeah.
recording.
Apparently.
um, but yeah, that's what happens. You can't say I see it as a full story. Yes, there are certain things that are unanswered in a certain respect, but I think they will be answered in a wider universe. I.e., for example, the abyss will be the continuation that will explain things. Ultimately, the same with Cat situation. I will argue this to the end about Cat drives the narrative forward. Swann is the main character. End
Yes.
of story. And if you don't think this is a coming of age story, you have never played a Michel game. You have never played a Don't Nod game, and you do not understand it. And I'm going to be that patronizing and condescending because, cool, I accept criticisms. Yes, I
Yeah.
would love more time with Dylan. Yes, maybe Corey comes across as a bit of a cartoonish caricature in certain places. Fine. We can have all kinds of conversations. I'm just not having some of the things I've seen from people where I'm like, this is not. It ends where it does. When I said it when we did the review, it's like, okay, it ends on a very interesting point there. And there's even more things that can be set up for like going forward in terms of could these characters come back? Could they not come back? Swan's story is complete. It starts with her on her own. She ends on her own, and she ends in a very interesting, enticing cliffhanger. So I think that's a definitive for me. I'm not too fussed
Yeah.
with it. I know some people got really edgy with that. I was like, what do you mean Michel's not tells it? I'm like, it's there. And it's like, yeah, let's see what happens again with like Life is Strange. One that turned out well, didn't it? When they tried to make a sequel off it.
So dumb, dude. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yes. And Adam, I'm just going to continue as well. I'm going to run through these as well quickly because this is all part of the sequel quoting part. So it says here, but while Bloomer Rage is its own thing, it's also setting the stage for something bigger. Shock and awe. It's almost like Luke
Yeah.
told us in 2023 that they were doing in 2024, you had that blog post saying that we're going to make more games.
Mm.
Shock and awe. So Michel says here as well, this is an IP we're building and owning. We are building a bigger universe with the Velvet Cove, the Abyss, what's inside the Abyss, That's something we'd love to explore more, end quote. And it says, as for the post-credits scene, it's not a cliffhanger. It's more like an open invitation. The game teases a bigger mythology, Velvet Cove, the Abyss, and bigger questions about the memory, morality, and maybe even supernatural. I'm sorry, look at this. Why is that Abyss not capitalized there, but it's capitalized here? I'm sorry, it's just
Weird.
triggering me, this game. Oh,
Dude,
Kolch!
Kolch
Kolch is
again.
back.
Kolch is
Oh,
back. Michel Kolch.
Oh my god, it's really tricky. Anyway, back onto Michel
Yeah.
Kolch is back here, not Michel Koch. Michel Kolch is back. We'd love to come back, but we still need to see where we go from here. We're happy with the sales, but we need more players to embrace the game, and we need
Yes.
to decide in
Yes.
what form. And we need to decide in what form to tell what's next. And then just finally, Adam here as well from Michel as well. What will sorry, this is a continuation. What will the next chapter look like? Well, the team's got ideas for both a direct sequel and more anthology stories with new characters. Michel said here, and I quote, "We could expand the universe with new characters, but we definitely want to come back to the same ones too." End quote.
Oh.
And then just further down as well, quickly as well, while Don't Nod continues to polish lost records and prepares to move on to their next big thing, we can still look at what's available in the game, as he revealed. Michel said, and I quote, a lot of the links, things in the old cabin, articles about the miners, the mining company, all of it works in this game, but also hints at future stories, end quote. So
Mm.
I might pull up one or two bits afterwards after this, but Adam, there is. I'm going to say two things as well because you reacted to it. One, buy the game, play the game, promote it, get out to your friends and do that. And secondly, we need more Olivia Lepore. Bring back Olivia
Yes.
Lepore. Bring back Swann. There we
Yeah.
go. We can finish the story. Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes style. Finish the story. Give her the WWE belt. Give Swann Holloway the WWE belt, and we'll go from there. That's what we need to do. So yeah,
Yeah.
do all those.
Just embrace the game, like embrace what it is. You know what I mean? Like not every game is going to be the same. Not every story is going to be the same. Including, like I said, like I put it on my Instagram story, but like so far this year, I've read 20 different books, and not
Mm,
all of them are the same kind of writing. Not all of them are the same kind of storytelling. Not so all of them are like different content. Every single story writer has a different style and a way to communicate, and it's just
yeah.
not everything's going to be wrapped up in a tight little bow for you. Some things are going to be rushed. Some things are going to be, I don't know. It's just kind of like embrace what this game is. You had your first playthrough. Now you can go into the second playthrough with a different mindset. Just like what I did with Oxenfree 2. Oxenfree 2, I was a little disappointed in the first playthrough, you know?
Mhm.
But then I got to know, okay, this is what I'm getting myself into. Second playthrough, I embraced it. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know what else to tell people, but they're just entitled on that.
But I think it's fair in the sense of how you did it because you even said that you wanted them to explore more of this mythology behind Oxenfree and they didn't do it.
Yeah, they
But then if
didn't
you go back
explore
and
the sunken enough.
yeah, and I think maybe that's maybe something that they'll do in the future because maybe it feels like they
Sure.
wanted to pivot a little bit, and it's still a good game, Oxenfree 2. I think it's
Oh, yeah.
like a really great game to play as its thing. Like I went in with different expectations compared to you. I was
Yeah.
nowhere near as invested in the mythology of it. And it's the same with this as well. Like there's a lot of things that can link here and go forward with it. It still tells a story. Yes, it has limitations for where Don't Know is working as an independent developer, but ultimately I was very satisfied with what away from the story. I will continue to play this and get more invested in it, and I think more things will start happening here. Like that interview, we're not going to be able to go into it for ages because we are on scheduling purposes. But like Michel mentions tons of things. He talks about the silhouettes, for example, with Cat and the Corey silhouettes that
Yes.
appear in the game, and a lot of like little things. And he even says as well, like we picked up on the things like the mining, the stuff about the mining company, and like old articles. It's kind of hinting that there's more of a mythology here that Michel's kind of establishing. So I think like future games will do that. And interesting enough, you even mentioned to me off podcast, you were saying that Death Stranding 2 is like potentially going to be like Kojima's like cinematic masterpiece where like the reviews are coming in, people have played 40% of the game and they're raving about it. And the
Yeah.
first Death Stranding was one of the most polarizing games ever, but it's the foundation for what sets this up. I still think it's a masterpiece. Thomas Murch will agree with me as well because he's a Metal
Yeah.
Gear fan as well. So like that's it.
Yeah. No,
Great,
it's
I'm excited.
yeah, that's the thing. Like talking about Death Stranding, like people didn't embrace that enough, and they're just like, "Oh, it's all wishy washy. It's all artsy fartsy." I'm like, just embrace it, man. Just chill, relax. I don't know. People just need to like, I don't know.
Chill.
I don't know what people need to. People need to like drop their phones as I'm like texting my friend who's inviting me out to to karaoke tonight, so I'm not doing that. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but you're right though. I think you made the point in the first one where it feels people come across. I think people are coming across quite entitled, and you might think that you might never want to come back to the podcast. I'm saying I think people come across as entitled in certain respects. You can ask or feel certain ways, but the way some people react, I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, this is almost like episode 5, Life is Strange, polarized style, where it's like people are like, why have they gone this way? It's like, well, that's the story they were telling, weren't they? And I hope
Yeah.
that the next game that they do for Lost Records, they just sell it in one go, because it's like, then people can't be like, where's tape 3? It's like, well, you got tape 1 there in its
Yeah.
entirety. Enjoy it. Adam, before we move into like the later stage of this as well, I want to pull this up because I thought you might actually take a little bit of a I think you might find these funny as well. So obviously, Lost Records isn't shy about referencing previous Life is Strange games. Some I caught, and one was particularly brought to my attention by Michel himself. So
Ooh.
here's a full list of them. So obviously, the Vortex Club case in Nora's garage, clearly referencing Life is Strange one's
Yeah.
Vortex Club Click, which we also found. The bar poster with 6 bottles lined up, potentially a reference to the nightmarish puzzle from Life is Strange 1.
Yeah, but wasn't there only 5 bottles in that puzzle?
Yes, and we'll come on to that in a second because it's the next part of this article, and I'm gonna pull it up for you. So, a coffee grinder brand called Joy's, of that one hit emotionally and reminds me of Joy Price, Joyce Price, Joy Price. What?
Look at this guy. Look at the balls on this
Oh,
guy.
this person,
Wow.
if you wrote this article, right, you're getting sent to the abyss. I've had
Yeah.
enough of these. I've had enough. Joy.
Joy Price.
Oh my.
The
Right.
cojones.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
So Adam, Swann's illusion door book hiding a deer, Max's spirit animal, as we talked about. Cat's mask at the end of tape 2, which looks dangerously similar to Chloe's in the Tempest.
Yes.
A cardboard sign reading "Will eat for food" in an abandoned playground, which is straight from Cassidy in Life is Strange 2.
At least
But
they
here's
spelled
the thing.
Cassidy right.
Yes, thankfully, and Life is Strange 2 they spelt right as well. At least they acknowledged it, which is the main thing. So, Adam, as you can see there's the poster in the article, and you were saying
Yes.
like, is it this amount? Is it this amount of bottles? And here's the other part of the interview, which is, while the first one just earned me a nod, the 6 bottles painting was actually a point of contention. Michel said, and I quote, "I need to check. Maybe someone on the team added it in the painting. It could be a coincidence. I should ask."
Yeah.
End quote.
Wow.
And then obviously Joy's coffee grinder, Joy's coffee grinder was also a bit doubtful. Michel said, I quote, "That might have been added by our art director, Sam Bradley, and the environment team.
Yes.
They love slipping in more than what we ask for," end quote.
Yeah, but, like,
Um,
that's the thing, like, if it's a direct, it would've been Joyce's coffee grinder, not just Joy's, you know?
yes.
Yeah.
But one thing I love about this part is the fact that Michel doesn't actually know what's being added in here. So like the autonomy that they're giving their developers of being like, hey, if you think this is cool, stick it
Yeah.
in, and it'll be like it just adds to the soulful art of this
Soulless.
game.
Yes.
I was gonna say soulless, but no, this is definitely far from that. This is so soulful. It's just really cool to see what they've done. And this article is really, again, fascinating. You can go and check out so much stuff from here. Adam, actually, I'll bring this part up because I know you'll like this part as well. Because
Oh, about
um,
Michel Kolch?
Michel Koch, yes, but
Yes.
it's about Oxenfree as well. So it says,
Nice.
let me quickly just double check that. So they weren't all Michel's picks, which is yeah. Actually, let's just quickly read it. It's an emotional mixtape made out of horror movies, queer media, and indie games where everyone's sad, but also vibing. Shout out to the license plate that just says ITFLWS. Yes, it does follow. The Abyss is watching. I got nosy. Asked about TV Glow specifically because that movie is teenage dread in neon form. And Michel said, and I quote, "It was brought by our art director, Sam Bradley. He loved the visuals, the lighting, the colors. It was great to see a small homage to this movie." End quote. And there's so they weren't all Michel's picks, which is even better. The game is a communal shrine of inspo and love letters. Michel continued, "The games you mentioned, like Edith, Finch, Oxenfree, Night in the Woods, those
And
all
Night in the
those
Woods. You still need to play Night in the Woods.
I do. I have owned as well now, so my time for schedule has opened up. So I will be playing this. That's why you're getting 2 tapes, guys. You're getting 2 tapes of these podcasts, so I can play games again. um, those are all narrative games that were big inspirations for us. End quote. He broke it down for me. Quote unquote. Oxenfree for the naturalistic dialogue system. Night in the Woods for the sense of being a part of a group. and
Yes.
Edith Finch for the first person point of view that we are using in the present, end quote. So Adam,
Ah,
have you played all three of those?
I've played all 3 of these. Yes. Edith Finch. Wait, and Eddie's Finch. What the
Jeez.
heck? And
Right,
Eddie's
hold on.
Finch.
Who is
Wait,
this
wait,
person?
wait.
Cande Molando, you are going to see this. I'm sorry.
Is this like translated by any
No,
chance,
this is the
maybe?
English. No, this is the English version of this.
What the heck? Yeah, from Eddie's Finch. Oh my god,
Oh,
dude.
God almighty. I'm
Um,
just like looking at letters now where I'm like, oh God.
yeah.
Where
No,
was it? Adam,
yes, I have played all 3 of those, yes.
what do you think of that? That he broke down those kind of.
Oxenfree are a naturalistic dialogue system. Yeah, Oxenfree's dialogue system is one of the best I've ever played. Like,
Yeah,
even, like, Telltale is, like, embarrassed from, like, how well Oxenfree's dialogue goes. Night in the Woods
agreed.
for being as pensive a sense of part of being a group. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it really is. If you play Night in the Woods, it's all about who you spend your time with. It really is all about your friend group as you
yeah.
get older and how much you have to commit to those friendships.
Mm.
So yeah, I can completely understand that. Like the group dynamic of Night in the Woods and Eddie's Finch.
Eddie's Finch.
Yeah. What's the full title of it?
What remains of
What
Edith
Remains of
Finch?
Edith Finch. Yeah, What Remains of Edith Finch is man, if you haven't played that game, man, what a cool concept, dude. It is a fever dream of a game, but it's so cool, dude. First person point of view that we are using for the present. Yeah, no, because Eddie Finch is all about I'm gonna call it Eddie Finch from now on. It really is just like a diary being read out about like
Oh,
what their childhood was like. So yeah, I can definitely see that from Edith Finch of how that was put into place. So yeah, no, that all fits of how this game plays out.
also Adam as well. There's just that quote as well from about Edith Finch as well from Michel says, and I quote, but also a lot of how they are great in Edith Finch at telling strong emotional stories with a lot of environmental storytelling, just like visiting
Yes.
rooms.
Yes, dude. Oh my god. If you haven't played Edith Finch, it's a walking sim, but it's just such a really artistic
Yeah.
um game. Like it's kind of insane. Like you don't get games like this quite often.
Mm.
Um I'd even say like if you've played Gone Home, right?
Ugh.
Um think of Gone Home, but like really emotionally pounding on you. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't stop. It doesn't let up. So yeah, Edith Finch, I can definitely see that.
No, for sure. And like as I said, like go and read this interview despite all the typos and stuff, but it is interesting.
Eddie
There's
Finch.
the X Files license plate.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Eggs
Luke,
Files. Yes.
I think you should
House of Leaves. Oh, look at that.
House
Look at
of
that.
Leaves.
Wait, is that referencing the book or is there a show called House of Leaves? Wait,
Ooh,
hold up. Did he read House of Leaves? That's impressive. Holy cow. So if you
it's a
don't know
novel.
what House of Leaves is, House of Leaves movie? Is it a movie? Was it a movie?
Debut novel. It's a novel.
Yeah, okay. No, House of Leaves is insane because not only is it a horror
Ooh.
book, but the way you actually have to um translate and also what's the word I'm looking for? But Adnan, do you have it up? House of Leaves?
I did have it up. I'll pull it up now for you.
Okay.
Um,
I want you to see like pages of this book.
I'm currently on the
Okay.
Wikipedia page here, so I swapped it over.
Yeah, so does it show any pages of the books?
Let's go on Google. Let's see if we can pull it
Yeah.
back up.
I okay, so I have it here. Right? Oh, okay, you got some. You got some. You
Yes.
see that?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Dude, you have to like interpret it. What's the way I'm looking at it? Dude,
Decipher it.
it's decipher. Thank you. You have to decipher it. Even the one
Oh,
yeah, look at that, dude. What a
that's pretty
beautiful
crazy.
yeah. I've I don't own it. It's my next read. I've always wanted to like read this book because I've heard about it and I've seen it in Barnes and Noble and I've like flipped through the page and I'm like I want to read this book. I just don't have the time or the energy to put into this, but it's supposed to be amazing, dude. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
pretty crazy.
Such an insane book, dude. Such an insane book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I,
Cool,
like, know the
cool.
premise of it, but yeah, I've yet to read it.
Also, it does not surprise that Michel has read that,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Jean-Luc Godard. Like the fact that they have any references, I'm like, yeah, okay, this makes so much more sense with it.
Yeah.
But no, very cool interview. There's more stuff in there, but I think obviously we're time conscious with things, but and we took out the main details there as well. But do go and read the interview; it's very interesting. A lot of the stuff that Michel reviewed. I just love the autonomy for the art directors, the interesting like setup for sequels, and obviously, as you said, like stuff about Oxenfree and
Mhm.
even, for example, those like references points. It's just cool to see. If we ever get Michel on here, you can ask him about House of Leaves and be like, Michel, come on, like let's
Yeah.
talk about it. So
Now I
that's
have
the
to
main
read
part.
House of Leaves now, like, oh my god. It's just I don't have the mental energy right now to read House of Leaves, so, maybe sometime in the near future, but it's up there for me. Right now, I'm, reading The Wager, so
Ooh,
I wanted to read The Wager for a long time, but, yeah, House of Leaves, it's up there for me.
there we go.
Yeah.
So, Adam, let's go into our last couple of pieces because we've not got that much here anyway. Obviously, we're going to our one of our favorite people ever, as you know as well. And the videos playing in the background. Olivia Lepore, who did mocap and voiceover for Swann Holloway, has shared a behind-the-scenes video because she was invited to the launch party of Don't Nod Montreal's Lost Records Bloom and Rage and the studio's 5th anniversary. So, as you can see in the video version, a lot of things are playing. They show some mocap stuff off as well there, which is really cool. Michel there on screen, Philip Bark, a lot of the motion capture shoots and stuff. Nora Kelly Band was there live as well, and you can see they took photos. Very, very cool. I don't know where our invite was, Michel. I would have flown out to Canada if I would have got this invite. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, right?
Even though I didn't make the game or have any involvement in it, but still, there he is. Look at him, Michel in the
Yeah.
background. The most
Look at him, all excited. I've never seen him so
all
happy.
Exactly. All very cool. So, Adam, as well, Michelle's tweeted here as well about the launch party. Says we had our official Lost Records launch party yesterday, and the amazing Nora Kelly band and her band performed "See You in Hell" and other awesome songs for us. It was so emotional. I'm lucky I've been able to work on this dream project of mine with such a talented team. End quote from Michelle. And I seem to have maybe missed off the other piece as well. Yes, I did miss off the other piece, which I think we might nix, but I mention it as well. Michelle
Mm.
showed the logo. Well, no, in the video, there's a lot of pre footage from a long, long time ago. And it also shows the logo, which was like quite cool. I don't know why I haven't included it in there, of all things. Let me see if I can pull it up actually. I pulled it up. No,
No?
no, it's not having it. I think this is it. I'm going to see if I can pull this up and kill the dead air whilst we talk here and just ramble on for you lovely people. So I have to cut this and I've pulled it up for you guys and I'm going to pull it up here now for you, including for Adam as well. So as you
Yes.
can see here, just for visual aid as well, Michel Koch spoke about the design. So on the left, that is the Lost Records logo that appears in their footage in the launch party,
Ooh.
and then you see
Yeah.
the final design on the right. And Michel said as well in a quote here as well. The left one was a very early, quick mock-up I did before we worked on the real one with Marin, who's obviously Don't Nod Montreal's senior brand manager. I knew from the early stages that I wanted to feature the abyss shape for the O at the center of the logo. I'm happy we kept it, which I also agree with because it looks pretty cool as an upgrade as well, and it looks pretty slick. Um, so Adam, big congratulations to Don't Nod Montreal for 5 years, which is amazing. We love Don't Nod Montreal. That's great.
Whoop,
And
whoop.
obviously very happy for Michel as well, for his team and everyone else doing that as well. I want to see the footage of Michel dancing, please. Please release that, Marin, on the social feeds as well. You might lose your job for it, but just it'll be great for us to see that video. And also release the video of Luke dancing as well. We need to see that as well. We know that he's definitely done it as well.
Release the
Those
Snyder cut of it all, yeah.
Yes. Yes, the Seneca.
Release the Snyder cut.
Release the Bow cut. We know Bow's got a secret camera there filming everything, so please
The
release that
bow, the
version.
hot dog man cut, absolutely.
Also, like as I said, like go and watch Olivia Lepore's video. It is on Instagram again. Swann Holloway coded the entire thing. Olivia Lepore, if you're watching this, or if your friend is watching this because you found us as well, I'm furious that we didn't know this party was happening. You had to tell us this, Olivia. Come on, I can't believe we didn't know about this. And she knew about this. You can see it's been
Mhm.
planned for a while. Like, come on, like we should know about this. But no, I'm very happy for them, and obviously Emilio's there, who's Nora there. I think maybe for the other actors, it was probably just like, scheduling and stuff like that, but very cool vibes there. a lot of little details that popped up, including the motion capture, the Abyss logo. So very, very cool, all nonetheless.
Yes. I mean, like, that's the thing. You don't really see this a lot from Don't Nod. Like, that's the thing. I'm glad they're celebrating this game. And I remember watching the sorry, I'm ordering a new USB cable as well because this one is in the trash as we're speaking right now. So very careful.
Hey.
But yeah, like I remember watching the Discord interview and they just looked so happy and so proud of what they've done here. Um, like you saw Michelle's like happiness with Life is Strange 2 and Life is Strange 1. There's kind of like surreal moments, but this one, like you reported on him more than I have, but I've never seen Michel in particular look so happy in my time of seeing him. Am I wrong?
No, I think you're right. I think he got to make the game he wanted to make with like
Yes.
within the parameters of like what Don't Nod can offer and what Don't Nod will give, and it gave his vision and like he was able to collaborate with all the team and really like basically this is in a very complimentary way and not in a bad way. This is what Life is Strange would have been in 2025. In essence,
Yes.
like it's basically what it would have been: evolution of storytelling, narrative, characters, even the camera, for example, the video camera, the soundtrack. I think this is what Life is Strange would have been in 2025 if Michel had full autonomy over that IP and to go
Yes.
through that. I also don't know why I think it's disrespectful. I think it's probably a compliment. Whatever else, but like, yeah, it's it's a great compliment. I think that's what I can kind of say. I think that's what we saw with this, and I agree with you as well. He was very happy with it as well. Even when Marin was like, "We're going to go through his Spotify and find out the music," and then Michelle's like, "No, no, no. There's more of a bigger process." It's like, "No, Michel, we know that's how they went about." But no, I agree with you because I think like in itself as well. When you said that he looks happy, it's like they did that Discord interview, so it was like them
Mhm.
doing it. So they arranged it. They had the fans there, etc., etc. And that Discord interview will forever live in my heart. When I went back and watched them,
Yes.
like so many great moments in that. Um, yeah, very happy for them all, man. I'm very happy for them, and this is what you get with like, for example, and I'll throw shades out of here. This is what you get when independent developers have full autonomy over their product and they can make their own vision and bring everything to life. So,
Yeah.
fantastic for them. So, kudos to Don't Nod Montreal. 5 years, hopefully 5 more years, and many, many more years after that as well, which is what we want to see. So Adam, this is quick miscellaneous ones as well. We'll wrap these two in and then we're going to sign off. And apologies as well because we're having a bit of tech issues, so we're kind of getting to the finish line here. So Lost Records Twitter page here says as well a video, and it says on the May 17th, this is what happens when you linger too long on the Lost Records PS5 icon. If you haven't experienced it, consider this a friendly reminder that the game is available on PS Extra and Premium. Music is obviously Dreamers by Ruth Radley, Adam Walker, and
W-
Adam Walker
Wait,
and Nat
what? Like it
Adam
makes
Miller,
you
sorry.
glitch in the menu?
So on the dashboard home screen, it'll like
Yeah.
glitch and it'll
Have you
like
tried
load
this?
this sequence. Yes, I have. It's very cool.
Wait, it
Does this? It's
loads
like
the video too?
yeah, so it loads you straight into this because this is from the lo-fi trailer. So it
Yeah.
loads you straight into that. Yeah,
Holy cow, dude. That's wild, dude.
it's very erratic though, so it doesn't always do it. So I think it's like one of those where it's like it might happen, it might not happen.
Yeah.
Because I've only had it once happen to me, and it was like very cool that it happened. By the way, does this happen for you?
Uh, I don't think so. Xbox doesn't know how to make, a good experience for any gamers. So, um,
Yeah.
I mean, the one experience we just had is like, this is an Xbox right here. This is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. Like, so there we go. We have that for us. Everything's an Xbox now.
Exactly. So you, Yellow Flash Hawkish and Delta, I believe it is the person in the comments can watch this video because you guys are on Xbox. So there you
Yes.
go. That's how we do it. So Adam, last piece as well, and it's a very quick mention as well. It,
Mm,
obviously on May the 15th, it marked 1 month since the release of Tape 2. So we have
mm.
fully released all of Lost Records in its entirety. And yep, the story's complete now, despite what people are saying. So yeah,
Where's Halo 3? Where is it? How could it? Where's Tape
yes.
3? But again, once I said in the previous one, where Half-Life 3? Where Half-Life 3? Who knows?
Yeah,
Although the rumors are saying Half-Life 3 this year, I will
you're fully
believe it
committed.
when I what's that?
You're fully committed to that, aren't you? You think it's going to happen.
I I have some faith. Now I have to replay Half-Life, like both the Half-Lives. and Half-Life. I have to play all the Half-Lives.
Mm,
So because it's been so long that I can't remember like most of the stories. So
yeah.
I just remember the cliffhanger for the episodic Half-Life. Oh my god. So yeah, no, I'm pretty set that we're gonna get Half-Life 3 this year.
I'm gonna. I'm not gonna say anything. I just don't. I just can't see it because of how long it's been.
That's
Every
what I mean.
year.
I I will believe it when I see it. When I say I'm the most confident I have been, I'm still like Half-Life 3 has a 40% shot of coming out this year. That's where I'm like, I'm the most confident. Most years I'm like, there's a 5%, 10% chance. Last year I had like a 25% chance. I think we're at a 40 this year.
Ooh,
Yeah, I think we're at a
that's a
40.
big. Yeah. Oh, I'm interested to see this happens now. Like,
Yeah.
mm,
I'm at a
mm,
40%. At Summer's Games Fest, you will see Half-Life 3.
Jesus, imagine that. Fucking, it'll shake up the entire
Yes.
industry if that happens. Like, god damn it.
Yeah, if Grand
Um,
Theft Auto 6 didn't shake up the industry, Half-Life 3 will.
yeah. Let's. If it happens, it's gonna blow my
Okay,
mind. It's gonna. I can't believe this is
ready?
happening.
Shooting my shot right now. Okay, we're
Boom.
gonna see Half-Life 3 at Summer Games Fest. You know what else we're gonna see? The Orange Box remaster for both Xbox
Jesus.
and PlayStation.
Oh my! I think that's going too much into fantasy realm of like, yeah, you're shooting the shot there. Let's see
Calling
if
my
it pays off.
shot here, dude.
Let's see if
Orange
it
Box
pays off.
remaster. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. That's a big prediction. So let's see what happens. So Adam, let's go into Rage Records and we can sign off as well. So obviously we pick our best comment from the last podcast. Please do leave a comment on the last on side A or side B, and we'll pick out for the next podcast. Maybe we pick out two as well. Do you know who's not on here?
Ah,
KJL Kevin. He's not
mm,
allowed to be picked here because he's
good.
not getting on Rage Records. So instead,
Nobody
we
likes
now
a guy
have.
named Kevin.
By the way, as well,
Yeah.
KJL left a comment saying, "Does Adam watch Eurovision?" I was like,
Why would I watch Eurovision? I'm an American, cold-blooded American. I eat vegetables. Like, why would
there
I
you go,
watch?
KGL. There's
Yeah,
your answer. Even though he Austria won, and he was very happy about that. I was like, well, there you go,
Austria won.
Austria won.
I bet Arnold's really happy about that.
There we go. Even though
Yeah,
he's a douchey Republican, unfortunately, like that's
yeah.
where it ended up with Arnold. I had a lot of respect for him at one point. They're all gone now. Anyway, as we continue, Adam, we got our comment as well. So it's from Marika. Marika. A lot of
America.
A's there.
I think it's
Marikkaa. I'm going to spell it out for you because it's very complicated. So this is in reference to our last podcast. And it was when Jean-Luc explained why Swann Holloway is in first person for context for people who have arrived. It's camera and they said as well in the comment, camera and perspective are an underused storytelling device in video games, whether it's first person, third person POV, top down, etc. A change in perspective can completely reframe the narrative game scene, and it's awesome every time it happens, and it's done with intention and meaning, especially when it's out of the player's control. Near Amota, is it near Amota? Amota?
near Automata.
Automata.
Yes, near Automata.
Oh my dear God. Anyway,
So you've
near,
never played
thank you,
near
Adam.
Automata then?
I know of it. I've never played it. I'm probably never going to play it now after
Yeah.
butchering
Do
it as
you
well.
do you enjoy being depressed at all?
Yes.
Oh, then you would love Nier Automata. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on the wish list.
Yes.
Perfect. Nier is probably the game that does this the most frequently and most effectively, and it's incredible. From more recent games, 1000X Resist.
Oh
Is that
yeah,
how I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
or is it? Yeah, I'm going to say that as well.
1000X resist. Yes, it is
Also,
pronounced.
yes. So also shifts perspectives a lot, and they also have a very strong cinematography in the game. And of course, Lost Records Bloom Rage does more than just switching between third person and POVs. There's a brief scene in Tape 2 Rage when you play in second person POV when Corey is filming
Mm,
Swan running away from him. Very cool. Yes, I remember that. You almost never see second person POV in games, but it does exist and it's always unexpected and cool when it happens. Lost Records
yes.
in general has a strong focus on cinematography, and the game itself is portrayed as a tape that has been cut together and edited, which underlines the whole structure of the narrative from start to finish. For that alone, it's a super interesting work of art to me, which I think that comment, I'm going to do an Adam here, Thomas
Mm.
Merch style. I think that comment is outstanding.
Hmm. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean,
Fantastic.
I've not played 1,000 X Resist, but yeah, Near Automata is a great example of that. Uh, yeah, no, what they're saying here, Myrica, I'm gonna call you Myrica. Um, yeah, no, it's just a great piece of artwork. Whether or not you think it's a good game, it's a good piece of art. And like they said, you even see the second person perspective. Like you don't
Yeah.
see that a lot, but when it happens, it's like, whoa, okay. It's hard to master, man. And Michel knows what he wants to do, and Michel does it. He is unleashed and unhinged. So it's really good. It's kind of like when you let Kojima just let go and let loose, and we get things like PT, you know?
Oh
So that's the thing. When you let Kojima just get unhinged, he goes unhinged. And when you let Michel Koch off the leash and Luke just says, like, all right, you can do it. I won't play producer. We get floating children. That's what we get.
Bravo.
Yes.
Bravo. The big question is it Michel Koch or Michel Kolch that's doing it?
Kolch. Write in the comments down below. What do you think his real name is? Is it even Michel or is it Michael Kolch?
Michael
Less known.
Koch.
Michael.
I,
That's the American Michel. It's Michael Kolch.
I'm 100% sure I remember watching an interview on Games Reactor where someone called him Michael instead of Michel. I was like,
Yeah, I remember that too. I
oh
was like, Michael. I was like, yo, this guy over here, the gall on this guy. But
I'm
yeah.
not having it. And by the way, before we sign off, we'll sign off on the top note here as well.
Mm.
It's just a quick one here. As you can see, I'm not totally sure who Kolch is, and
We
we have
found
found Kolch.
Kolch. Yeah, we
There
found
he
the
is.
Kolch. Yeah, it's funny,
Turns
dude.
10 years as well. That
Oh, nice.
this year, which is quite cool.
That's true.
Anyway, we'll sign off here as well. So thank you for joining us again. I hope you enjoyed this part as well. Side A is available, so you can go and watch that. And yeah, let us know in the comments what you think. Is it Kolch or Coach? Whichever one it is. Who's doing this mystery? Let us know what you think in the comments. But yeah, please do leave a comment on this video or the previous one. Obviously, for Rage Records, we'll pick out the best comment. We'll put it into the next episode. It can be a theory, it can be a comment, it can be whatever it is. As long as you're not KJL Kevin, you'll get into Rage
Yeah.
Records. So
Yeah.
leave your comment in the comments and we'll go from there. Either way, I hope you enjoy this. Thank you for joining us. If you are new here, one more time as well, please do subscribe, turn notifications, like the video, share with your friends. Even if you don't like the video, like it. Otherwise, Michel Kolch is going to come after you. That's what's going to
He's
happen.
going to go through that door right over there.
Yeah, he's going to hit you with a license plate, one of the many license plates that are in the game.
Oh,
Referenced.
yes, in the game. I was like, what? Why a license plate? He's going to hit you with a license.
He's going to hit you with a license plate. That's what's going to
Is he
happen.
out of
So yeah,
prison? Did he just make these license plates just fresh off the press?
yeah, and then he just like hits people with them. He throws them out of the abyss and hits someone.
So he really is the American version of Michel Koch.
Yeah,
Michael Colt will come in your dreams.
Michael Kolch.
Wait, don't take that out of context. Wait.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yes.
So please do subscribe. We'll sign off here. Obviously, we're on Spotify. Please do go and follow us there as well. You get instant access to your podcast. We have 138 followers with 32 5-star ratings. So please do go and follow us and download the episodes. And obviously, we're on Apple Podcasts. So do go and check us out. We're on everything. So you can see that. So yeah, stay tuned. StrangeCast is back next week. And then we're back to schedule. Whichever podcast it is, I don't know, but we're going back to a bi-weekly schedule because we're going a bit crazy at the minute doing podcasts. So back to bi-weekly schedule. They're going to be 2 parts going forward. I hope you all understand as well. It's just scheduling. We're too busy at the minute. I'm too busy to kind of even try and do these as things, and it's easier to edit over it. If you do want a full version, I can do that later in the week. Let us know in feedback because I can put it together. But at the moment, it's going to have to be halves as well because it just makes more sense for us economically to do the podcast as well. But it's still the podcast. It's still the great content you get. So that's it. Either way, we'll wrap up here. I hope you enjoyed and we'll see you later. Bye.
Later.